Greetings, I am Liz.
And I am Scandal.
And, let's,
Bring Jesus into this lovely game together. Yay!
Let's bring Jesus to the nurses, apparently. Actually, the nurses bringing Jesus
to us.
Mister. It's okay.
Yep, it's fine.
Then they know deep down that the person is strong enough to handle it. You know what? I love the idea of, instead of this being a Jesus narrative, it really is your anime supervillain narrative. And going that really, while we understand they're a horrible, bad person, we'd like to defeat them, they have a good heart. They have good motives.
You know what always made me laugh, though? Where they're just like, when you do hear that, sometimes people are like, wow, they're just so strong. I'm like, did you ever think they became strong as a response to the fact that they got hurt?
Mm-hmm.
What?
So,
oh my God, there's plenty. So it didn't make you stronger. It just hurt. Sometimes, like, that's all that happens.
So I gotta say, I believe what my friend is trying to say is that the illness didn't make them stronger. The trial didn't make them stronger. The reason they were able to get through it was because they were already strong.
And sometimes that happens, and sometimes, well, there's loads of narratives. I mean, because there's lots of it where it's just like, sometimes you were already strong to begin with. One. Number two, you reacted basically of going, oh, wait a minute, this cast into sharp relief what I actually want out of my life, and this is not it, homie.
Sometimes you just have a lot of support.
Yeah.
And it sucks, and it hurts, and other times you literally just don't make it.
Well, and it's also...
And it doesn't mean you weren't strong, it just means you didn't have what you needed.
And that is in no way, especially right now, still dating this super hard, because I imagine at one point coronavirus will either kill us all or we'll be done, but,
my friend's not feeling a little bit, depressed about the pandemic. We're okay.
I don't like, well, is that what's going to happen is that people, though, will use the narrative basically of going, see, they became stronger, and people going, herd immunity and all that. And I'm just like, this is so fucking terrible. You could just not do it and just wear a super fucking easy to wear mask, or wear something else, or not go out, or get other resources, or ask for help.
It was really, really great when they just have started putting signs on all the venues in the city we live in that are like, if you have any reason that you or your child cannot wear a mask, you are welcome to use our telecommuting services or our curbside pickup, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that you cannot come into buildings without one. And it's very clearly posted, and it's very nice. All right, they know deep down that the person is strong enough to handle it. And you think that they knew that Rena was strong enough for this mysterious illness. And so when the mysterious they out there that you've just confirmed as an adult to my, child theory does potentially exist, that they knew about Rena and who she was, and that she could handle it. And that I may or may not be getting a supernatural narrative from you at all, because it totally depends on what my background is. And I might just be thinking now that there is someone out there that chooses. I was one of those really trusting kids that sometimes came up with interesting conclusions because people didn't give me enough information. All right. And you think Rena's strong enough for this mysterious illness? Without a doubt. If I was picking people to be sick, I'd have totally picked her. Rena is one of the nicest people you will ever know in your life, mister. And that's because most people in this world are garbage. Oh.
And that's not a very high standard. So
it's really not, because nice is completely subjective for one thing, and I have no idea what your standards for nice are, but I'm just going to tell you, she is one of the nicest people you will ever know in your life, mister. And also dunks on every person you've known so far.
Yep, because I completely know about everybody else you've met, even though I went, the guy that was just here that you shat all over seemed like a nice guy.
Yep, your ex-boyfriend, Ken, he's not as nice.
Yeah, no.
And that person alone, that reason alone is why she will feel better in no time. Because nice people don't die of illnesses. And that's just how fiction works. Unless it's for drama. And then she'll die. But this isn't a drama game. It's a romance game. So she can't die.
Great.
It's fine.
I'm annoyed. It's fine.
I try to fight back happy tears as I listen to her. It's so great that this person that I've just met and feel really, really attached to the destiny of for no reason is going to live. Maybe I'm just profoundly distressed in my isolation, and that no one I've actually wanted to come see me has come and see me. And maybe I'm just trying to deal with my issues of my abandonment with my parents, and so I'm just latching onto everyone around me really hard. And the reason I dated Ken was because I was trying to fill that void of loneliness, and I just couldn't do it because I didn't want to admit it was there. But now I'm admitting it's there, and just so happy that this near stranger is gonna live.
You mean with the sexy nurse costumes?
I mean, she's in pajamas.
Oh, well, I wasn't.
Yeah. You'd probably look good as a sexy nurse.
We've already done that.
Yeah. It was really cute, okay?
Oh my god.
Alright. Tears! Happiness!
Happy tears.
Miki squeezes my hand.
What is this?
I just put my hand on him, pep, and I talk through all of this, and then I squeeze. Wink.
It's
fine.
okay, honey.
Aye.
What is
We're
this?
good. She can probably feel my pulse quickening through her cloth
Okay.
gloves
I'm
as she holds
having-
the top of my hand.
I'm having such dissonance.
Okay.
Oh my god.
But the
We're
music
gonna
has
go really
changed.
hard towards Rena, right, for this 1 second, but there keep being these drops of going, but Miki.
Don't you notice that Miki
Miki?
and I are bonding over our shared concern for Rena?
Uh-huh.
That's what's happening. This is us bonding over our shared concern for Rena. And then I won't know who I like because I'll be so confused by the narrative that clearly I'll have to choose at the very end without having affected anything with any of my choices.
Right, and have gone through no character development, not really understand anything about the other characters. They just sort of are.
And the game will know nothing about what my preferences are based on my choices. So I'll be good, but we're bonding over her.
Sure. Right, our shared trauma of Rena. Thanks for my trauma narrative. It's about me, asshole. Honestly, I hate those
You know what?
stories
I
where
will-
you're just like, you guys are really just like getting off basically on how much my life sucks.
You guys are going, you're amazing because you hurt so bad. And you're going,
Ew.
no, I am amazing anyway, and right now I hurt so bad. Fuck you. Ah, yes. Actually, I was amazing before I hurt so fucking bad, and I'm less amazing while I hurt so goddamn much, but thank.
Bitch.
All right, she can probably, through her cloth gloves and with an imprecise grip on the top of my hand, feel my pulse quickening. She's a nurse, after all. Nurses can sense a pulse at 10 paces.
Especially through holding your hand. Do you actually know how hard that is?
But she put it on your hands. She's not even holding your hand. She's on your hand. So like Mister's got his hand in his lap. She's got her hand on top of his hand and then squeezes it once. So how
Hardcore.
Who can sense a pulse while wearing cloth gloves just laying your hand on top of someone else's hand?
Yeah.
Because I can't do it on my own hand.
And I'm really trying to quicken my pace, okay?
I like it's great.
It doesn't work.
Ah, I admire you, mister. You're just so enthusiastic. You do?
I seem incredibly distant and extremely like I'm giving you an act, but it's okay.
It's rare these days to see a guy who's so concerned with other
Oh
people.
my god.
Especially strangers. Most of my male patients are not nearly as nosy as you and really do focus on the person attending them right now, much like you would normally be looking at me since I'm dressed as very thoughtful, well-prepared eye candy for your benefit. But you seem as disinterested as I've ever seen a 16-year-old boy, and it's amazing that you care about other people while I'm in the room with you. Also suggests that you don't know what kind of hospital you're in. But that's okay. Kid, I support you.
But also, I'm like, that's cruel as fuck. There are plenty of guys who are concerned with other people's care. It's a way to also, like, distract yourself from your own pain sometimes.
Additionally, sometimes people are just really fucking nosy. You're so concerned. I'm a gossip and I will ask.
There's that too, actually. Like,
I love how concerned you are. Them, yeah, tell me more. I'm taking notes. I'm putting it on my social media.
oh my god, you guys, I have to spill the dirt. Yeah.
You know what I heard going around to the hospital today?
Oh my god, I have to tell you.
All right, so to see a guy who's so concerned with other people, especially strangers. Most guys that I meet, I have to tell you, they're not concerned with people they know, let alone strangers, or even anyone in their life. You know, I stopped having boyfriends after I took this job, because I realized that the customers are way more polite than anyone I've ever dated. And, you know, that just works for me.
I'm getting some wonder vibes.
Like I said, admirable.
Admirable.
Sorry, admirable.
It's admirable.
Mr. Admirable.
Yeah, it is. It's silly.
I feel the warmth in my cheeks. Nothing but pure happiness.
Uh,
This moment is made of sunshine and sparkles and is brought to you by unicorn rainbows.
Which is totally fine. I like that you have a guy who's basically expressing feelings. I'm gonna cry because I'm so happy. Like, that's really genuinely sweet, because you don't see a lot of that with male characters
I say-
at all.
I like that he's actually expressing emotion rather
Or
than
guy
masking
characters.
here, rather than covering up and going, no, don't open that door, I'll fake emotion and freak out.
Yeah.
Going, I can't show that I'm scared or I'm weak. I like that he is actually showing positive emotions and that he does have some sympatheticness. That is a good point.
Yeah.
I would say, but I feel so like he's such an unrelatable character the way they've written him that
Oh,
this
yeah.
feels very hollow. Like this isn't really a payoff right now.
This is really artificial. It's
It
fine.
feels really weird.
It
but
doesn't make sense.
He can feel the warmth in his own cheeks, and it's nothing but pure happiness. Everyone, you remember when we had a portrait of sadness? This is a portrait of pure happiness.
Yay!
There we go. Then she yells at me. I'm happy you feel that way. Her. Ah! I'm so offended. Oh.
Her, huh?
I don't know, just the way her eyes always look angry, because she's the cool one.
Oh my god.
I shall continue to act admirably in your presence, Your Highness. What? You what?
What?
And she's like, that's not the proper, you could just call me nurse. Nurse is fine.
Just call me ma'am.
Or
nurse, whatever my last name is.
Yep, you could call me nurse so-and-so, you could just call me my last name, you call me Ms. So-and-so. You know what, it's fun. Wow.
Whoa.
You don't know how nurse honorifics work,
She
do you?
quickly stands up, takes a bow, and is like, yep, we're gonna indulge you real quick because this is getting weird.
Because one, I'm theatrical, and two, I'm good at my performance job.
And I'm gonna put some distance
So she
between
stops
you and me.
touching me. She stops touching him immediately. Steps right back, hand off of your hand, going, "Oh, you responded real strong to that." And then just scoots back. Miki stands up and takes a bow. She speaks with a fake accent. "Why, sir, that is an honorable thing to say." She's bad at accents. I love it.
It's great.
Together we laugh at the shenanigan of ours, which is ours together and a shared moment between us. And you, the reader, need to know that it's not just a thing happening, it's our moment.
Shenanigan?
Yeah. Well, you're not doing multiple shenanigans, it's just the one.
No, but isn't shenanigan usually like a physical, like, I always think of shenanigans as way more intense than this. Not just like,
I mean, bowing
this joke
can be a shenanigan. Like moving, doing an affected gesture can be a shenanigan. Getting up to shenanigans can also be like doing practical jokes or pranks, which don't necessarily revolve anything physical. Like, so one person who put googly eyes on every possible thing in their roommate's room, like every single thing, including every single, perfume bottle and nail polish bottle and everything. Hundreds of googly eyes.
And on the feet and everything.
And all of it. That's shenanigans.
Okay.
You may be used to being more physical, but it is, as far as I know, covers the whole blanket area of just doing random dorky stuff.
Yeah, which is fine. I guess the thing is I'm really not connected to this. This shenanigan of ours, that seems really, I went and I right-clicked and I tried to find some sort of synonym for joke.
I couldn't write joke again. And that also seems like an unusual word for his particular vocabulary based on his exposure so far. But honestly, if they just kept adding more words and expanding him, it could just become part of his character. All right, but we laugh. But I think the point of this is that they have something together. You're supposed to know that these characters have made a real connection by making a team joke together.
Jokes.
And those kind of things are, like when you put out a line, which we'll just assume that he knew he was joking at that point, even though he didn't feel that clever or off the cuff at all.
Put out a line?
Oh my god. No, I need a bobber. I need a bobber.
Oh, okay.
I need a lure is what I need.
Oh. I love.
You bring a line, I'll bring a pole, we'll go down to the old...
We'll go down the fishing hole.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I think that that's what that moment is supposed to be, is that he suddenly was playful there, but I missed it and still felt like it was serious. And then she was very playful picking up on it, which, again, we've talked about is really cool when people, you do a little bit of a theatrical shenanigan, and then the person who's in the service industry joins you for a second, but without really inconveniencing themselves.
Yes.
So, about that medicine, this friend of yours, the one you threw out of your room, except for we didn't. He left because he was offended because we were so abrasive with him, which isn't the same as throwing him out, I'll have you know. It's different than if I told him he should leave. And I actually tried to talk to him after he was leaving, but I was really, really piddly about it.
I wanted him to leave. Boy, of course you do.
So,
you always like it when I talk.
I mean, I like listening to you, but this friend of yours, the one you threw out of your room unceremoniously while I was eavesdropping,
Yep,
he almost hit me in the face with that door. It was amazing.
I'm sorry, I was having it.
He's not my friend. I yell at her aggressively. Abruptly. We are still giggling about the joke, and I choke on my laughter to yell at her. I can't help but sound angry.
Immediately.
Miki raises her hands as if defending herself and spills the medication all over the floor.
Congratulations!
She's still holding the tray with the medicine as far as we know. Because she came in with a tray of medicine.
And these are M&Ms.
And I don't think she ever set it down.
Nope.
I know. He's the guy who broke your leg. How do you know that? You were listening. I forgot. You're a himbo. He said you were a himbo too. I love himbos. They're wonderful. They're great patients. What? Trust me, I'd feel the same if I were in your shoes. If someone had aggressively broken my limb and gotten me out of the thing I wanted to do, I'd be pissed. Honestly, I'd be kicking that stairs ass if it actually scratched my knee on purpose and tore my tendon.
We still don't know whether or not that was true. I still don't believe that plot point for a minute. Like, that seems like such a drama llama, like...
It's really hard for someone else to break your leg, but it's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible. Sports players have broken each other's things before.
And then one time they tore the cleats and they... Oh.
No, let's not that.
Ooh.
No. All right. I'd feel the same way if I were in your shoes. But you know what? I'm not a bitter asshole like you are.
I'm also willing to decide whether or not it's true or not by finding out what happened and doing some research.
I'm not a vindictive bitch like you. Oh.
Are you sure about that, Miki?
I mean, not about people that have wronged me, just in general.
Wow.
Not in specific.
I knew I liked you.
Right. Oh, Ken somewhere spicy.
Uh-huh.
Right. You've already made the decision to forgive him. No, I haven't.
No.
Yes, you have, because I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to turn into Louisa, and I'm going to tell you you don't know your own mind, and I will convince you.
Because this is called gaslighting.
Why not make a new friend in the process? What?
What?
I mean, I decided not to be as mean to him. I didn't decide to forgive him. I hate to admit it, but since I'm so fucking confused, you must be right.
And lonely.
And
that whole rant
I
went
also
off.
don't want you to dislike me in any way. So, yeah, you're right. If I do decide to forgive him, which you've just told me I already decided, so I must have, back then, whenever that was, why not make a friend out of it? He's always said that we would be better, boyfriends if we were friends as well, but I never knew what it meant until you said it. I'm always right. I mean, you've already met some wonderful people here at Rosewood, including myself and my cohort, Louisa, and I told you the nicest person in the world who you're unlikely to ever meet the equal of, Rena.
What about Dr. Barton?
Oh, I'm sorry, he's chopped liver. I mean, he's incredibly nice, but you haven't really met him. He was just there.
He just exists.
Everyone that you meet has an illustration.
What?
What? Oh, here's your medicine, mister.
Hi. Okay.
Why not add a few more to the list? A few more nice people that you're going to meet here at Rosewood. You've already met a bunch of nice people here at Rosewood. Why not add a few more to the list? How does that work?
What?
You've already met a few nice people at the location you're in. Why not add a few more nice people that you've met to that list? So decide that Ken is a nice person and add him to the nice person list of people you've met at Rosewood because you met him here. Is that what that directive is?
No, to me, honestly, it sounds like why not add a few more to the list of nice people that you've met?
Mm-hmm.
So we've already met those 3 people that we've mentioned that have illustrations. So that means that more people are going to show up who are going to have illustrations, clearly.
I guess.
Because there are more people we've got to talk to.
I guess so.
Oh, clearly.
Here we go. I fall silent. But Miki's expression tells me she already knows what I'm about to do next, which is something you'll have to decide on, I'm sure. Anyway, you know the drill. Enema time, bend over. Time for your medicine.
Medicine time! That's my favorite.
I love to administer the medication. And by the way, you should spend more time at the cafeteria. I always eat there, and I'm telling you, you should hang out with me, because I am kick-ass.
All the time.
All the time. Well, I can't be working constantly. We only have the 2 patients.
What?
What? You mean, what I mean is,
Hundreds of pages.
everyone hangs out there to hang out with me. And you clearly haven't gotten the memo. Otherwise, you'd be hanging out there to hang out with me. Shows up. There's like 14 guys all staring at Rena while she eats quiet. Or not Rena, at Miki while she eats quietly.
Uh-huh.
And you're just like, apparently this is a very happening experience.
Miki going, good job. You followed my directions. Have a cookie.
This is appropriate. I'm a dom nurse. You do really well. Whoa. You're one of those. Oh. Do I know what that is?
Do I?
A dom
I
nurse.
bet you I could Google it. I have my
like-
phone.
That's like a prefix. Like you have another degree? Like doctor or something?
Do you know what I think is fun?
Huh.
It still kind of annoys me, but I don't know how to explain it, but they have dominatrix, right?
Right.
They had to come up with a male version, so it's called dominator.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought dominatrix wasn't specifically gendered.
Apparently it is.
All right. I mean,
It just sounds very silly. I don't know why. I'm a
me,
dominator.
Dominator sounds like something you put. Okay, there's
Sounds like a Terminator parody.
There's way too many appliances that are like the Dominator. You know, like your lawnmower is just the Dominator. Your grill is the Dominator. Your big masculine appliance is the Dominator. Like you can see that stuck on your washing machine, the Dominator washing machine for men's clothes. You know,
Right. Real men wear these things in a darker color.
Yep, and then you have your
Dominator clothing.
Like I was gonna say, you'd have your underarm deodorant domination, so you can be a dominator. It's gonna be by Old Spice, I'm sure.
Right? Oh, God. Okay, well.
So Miki would like us to eat in the cafeteria with her because she's giving us a extremely subtle hint that she'd like to hang out with us more in the next episode.
Why? Especially with a patient who really isn't very good at wheeling themselves around.
But we've bonded now over someone else's trauma and tragedy.
Does that make you physically capable of moving a wheelchair faster than you do?
Totally, because you know what? When you feel more interested in something or something's more urgent, you're able to do it. Don't you know how fictional disabilities work?
No.
Damn, because I wish they would write them better and then I'd know more how they work too.
Right?
All right.
All right, well, thank you very much, guys, and for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and feel free to share our videos if you're having a good time with us.
Yeah.
Also, if you'd like to support us more directly, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. I got some links in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And I'm the Dominator. Okay. And I've been Lies. And
And it was great dominating with you!